From Page to Zoom, Episode 9, Sylvia by A.R. Gurney. Act 1. Before eyes, romantic music evoking New York, a Benny Goodman quartet, Gershwin, or something else suggesting the city at rise. Greg and Kate's apartment. Sylvia comes on, followed by Greg, holding a leash and a newspaper. She is pert and sexy. Her hair is messy and she wears rather scruffy clothes, a baggy sweater, patched jeans, knee pads, and old boots. A small name tag in the shape of a heart hangs around her neck. Greg wears business clothes, but his tie is loose. He watches Sylvia wander inquisitively around the room. She occasionally might take a sniff of something. What are you doing, Sylvia?
Looking around.
Relax, why don't you?
I gotta get used to things.
Sit, Sylvia.
I'm not ready to sit.
I said sit.
I'm too nervous to sit.
Down, Sylvia, down.
I'm worried about where I sleep. Do I sleep on this couch?
I said sit down, Sylvia. Sit down.
Ouch.
Then sit.
I'm sitting. I'm sitting.
Good girl. Now stay.
I'm staying.
Good girl. That's a very good girl.
You don't have to hit, you know.
It didn't hurt.
It most certainly did.
Then I'm sorry.
You ought to be.
I just want you to be on your best behavior. Kate gets home any minute.
Who's Kate?
My wife, okay?
Okay. But you don't have to hit.
Then I won't. Ever again. I promise.
Okay. I love you.
You do?
I really do.
I think you do.
Even when you hit me, I love you.
Thank you, Sylvia.
I think you're God, if you want to know.
No. Now sit.
But I think you're God.
No. Now stay, Sylvia. Stay and sit.
I want to sit near you.
Well, all right.
Nearer, my God, to thee.
Okay, as long as you sit. Good girl. Now let me read the paper.
You saved my life.
I guess I did.
You did. You saved my goddamn life. I never would have survived out there on my own.
I did what anyone would do, Sylvia.
Oh no. Someone else might have ignored me or shooed me away or even turned me in. Not you. You welcomed me with open arms. I really appreciate that.
Thanks, Sylvia.
I hardly knew where to turn. I was beginning to panic. I thought my days were numbered. Then there you were.
There I was. All right.
I felt some immediate connection, didn't you?
I did, actually.
I feel it now.
So do I. I do, Sylvia. You're a good girl, Sylvia. I'll try to give you a good home.
Thanks, Greg. And I'll try to show you my appreciation. Hey!
What's the matter?
Hey!
What? Oh, that's the door. That's just Kate, home from work.
Hey!
Stop barking, Sylvia. She's a teacher. She likes an orderly classroom. Now, show her you can be a good girl.
Hey!
No, quiet, Sylvia. Quiet down. Be a good, quiet girl.
Hello?
Hey!
Please, Sylvia, please make a good first impression.
Am I crazy? I thought I heard a dog.
This is Sylvia, Kate.
Hi.
Sylvia, this is Kate.
What's going on, Greg?
Hi. I like you. I think I like you. Hi.
Now stop that. Now go away. Now, Greg, what is this?
Now, Kate, sit, Sylvia.
I was just trying to.
I said sit!
See?
Good girl. Isn't she a good girl?
What's the story, Greg?
I found her in a park.
The park?
I was sitting in the park and she jumped right into my lap.
No, back up, please. You were sitting in the park? When were you sitting in the park?
This afternoon, I took a break from the office. I had another fight with Harold, so I went to the park to cool off.
Oh, Greg.
I was just sitting there and up came Sylvia.
I love you.
I know you do, Sylvia. Let's sit.
Gladly, Greg.
Tell me another, Greg.
It's true.
You called to her.
I did not.
You whistled back into something. You're always doing that with dogs.
I didn't this time, Kate. Actually, I was asleep. I was dozing in the sun, and suddenly, Sylvia. Right, Sylvia?
Right. Exactly.
Sylvia?
Sylvia.
Why Sylvia?
Because the name was on her tag. See?
What else is on,
Sylvia.
what else is on her tag?
Nothing. Look, just Sylvia. She was lost and abandoned, Kate.
Sylvia.
Hi, Kate.
See? She knows. She answers to it, don't you, Sylvia?
I do. I definitely do.
What a name for a dog. Sylvia.
Well, it fits. I looked it up. It means she of the woods.
She of the woods has fleas.
I'll deal with that. I'll get her all checked out.
Why, Greg?
To deal with the fleas.
No, I mean, why a dog, darling?
Why not?
In the city, Greg.
I like dogs.
I know, sweetheart, but here, now, with the kids gone?
I love dogs.
I love you.
See? She knows that. She sensed it immediately. She latched right on.
I'm latching right off, Greg.
What do you mean?
Sweetheart, I'm exercising a veto. I'm saying no to Sylvia.
No?
N period, O period, not in New York, not at the stage of our lives. No.
Katie.
You work all day. I work all day. We go out a lot.
Out? Did I hear out?
We're going out tonight. We're going out tonight, as a matter of fact.
I love that word. Out.
Tonight?
Waldman's. We have tickets to a chamber music concert, so we're meeting for dinner and going to that. Remember?
Oh, right.
And tomorrow night we have our Spanish lessons, and Saturday we're going to the Knicks game with the Kramers. So no, Greg, no, Sylvia, there's no need.
Well, I have a need.
What need?
I'm not sure, but I have it.
Oh, Greg.
It's a definite need.
Oh, Greg.
If I could explain it, Kate, if I could put it nearly into words, then it wouldn't be so much of a need.
I love you, Greg.
And she needs me.
She needs anyone who'll give her a meal.
No, it's more than that, much more. We bonded, Kate.
Oh, ouch. Now that's an overworked word, Greg.
I really want her, Kate.
And I really don't. So what do we do?
I don't know.
I hate situations like this. I've been caught in the middle before. I just hate it.
Well, what is she? Is she a mutt?
I think she's part lab.
She's a mutt.
She's got a lab's disposition. She likes everybody, don't you, Sylvia?
I do. Everybody. My aim in life is to please.
I also think she may be part poodle.
Maybe monsieur. Ooh la la.
Well, she's not the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, Greg.
That's what I like about her. You've got hybrid vigor, don't you, Sylvia? You're multicultural.
You better believe it.
Think of her as an American, Kate. Canus Americanus. That is Sylvia.
I pledge allegiance. I solemnly swear.
Is she house trained?
I think so.
You think so?
Are you house trained, Sylvia?
Oh, yes. Definitely. Absolutely. No question.
No, she probably isn't.
She was a good girl walking home, weren't you, Sylvia? You were a very good girl.
Yes, I was. I was a very good girl.
We were a very good girl twice, weren't we?
I may puke, Greg.
Oh, look, sweetheart, give her a chance. Poor lost soul.
Seems to me someone else around here is behaving like a poor lost soul.
All the more reasons, sweetheart. Maybe that's the need.
I'll get it. Oh, yes, Harold. He's right here. He wants to talk.
I don't feel like talking.
He's your boss, for God's sake.
I'll take it in the other room.
You sounded a little mad, Greg.
Well, yeah, I'd be mad too. The guy thinks he owns me.
I hope you apologize
For what?
for leaving work in the middle of the day.
The best thing I've done in years.
Oh, yes, why?
It got me Sylvia.
Oh, come on.
Hi.
I'm busy, Sylvia.
I said hi. Hello, Kate.
Go away, Sylvia.
Just trying to make friends.
Don't bother me, please. I'm trying to prepare my fall curriculum.
You don't like me, do you?
It's not a question of that.
You don't like dogs?
I like them when they belong to other people.
You're prejudiced.
I think you're prejudiced. Not at all.
I think you're prejudiced against dogs.
I am not prejudiced, Sylvia. Now, when I was a girl, I read the Albert Pacentarum books cover to cover. I watched Lassie on television. I'm a huge fan of 101 Dalmatians. When we lived in the suburbs, when the children were around, we had several dogs, and guess who ended up feeding the damned things? But I don't want a dog now, Sylvia. That is the point. Our last child has gone off to college, and we have moved into town, and the dog phase of my life is definitely over. I've gotten my master's degree, Sylvia, and I have a very challenging teaching job. And frankly, I don't want to worry about animals. So if you'll excuse me, I'll return to the daunting task of planning how to teach Shakespeare in the inner city junior high school.
Okay, fine. No problem. Just stay out of your hair.
Go off, Sylvia!
You speaking to me?
I said off that couch right now.
That's relaxing. I can't even relax.
And stay off.
Easy. Take it easy. Jesus.
Sorry, but you have got to learn.
I've sat on couches before, you know.
What?
I said I've sat on couches before. I've sat on plenty of couches.
Well, you can't sit on this one.
Hoity-toity to you.
Quiet, I'm working.
Can I at least sit on a chair?
Oh, no, Sylvia, off.
Shit. Piss. Fuck.
This is not going to work, Sylvia.
What do you mean?
I'm afraid you'll have to go to the pound.
Hey, I'm just sitting, aren't I? I'm sitting on the floor. Look how quietly I sat.
Still, you've got to go.
Okay, I get the picture. I'll avoid the furniture. I'm not dumb.
No, I'm sorry, Sylvia. You're going to the pound. I'm sure someone will come along and give you a nice home.
I've got a nice home right here.
No, now listen, Sylvia. It doesn't make sense. Nobody's around all day long. You'd be bored out of your mind, stuck in this apartment.
I don't mind. I'll sleep. I'll chew on things.
That's just the trouble.
All right, I won't chew things. Just show me the rules and I follow them, I swear.
We go a lot, Sylvia. We visit friends in the country on weekends. We see the kids at college.
How come?
Oh, no, I don't want that. I want my freedom, Sylvia. I want freedom from dogs. Now you'll be much happier somewhere else.
In the pound?
Oh, okay, not in the pound, really. I shouldn't have said the pound. We'll give you to, what is it? The American Rescue League or the Humane Society.
They suck.
No.
They suck. You have no idea what they do.
I'm sure they'll make every effort to.
Have you ever been there? Have you ever bothered to check them out?
No, but.
Rows of cages, the shitty food.
No.
The time limit?
The time limit?
They all have time limits. They don't broadcast it, but they do. If someone doesn't bail you out, normally within 5 working days, then they put you to sleep.
Sylvia.
They do. They kill you. Listen, it's a tough world out there, lady. I know. I've been there. That's why I want to be here.
Well, you can't, Sylvia. I'm terribly sorry, but I really have to put my foot down.
Hey, Sylvia, baby.
I love you. I love you.
You'd make it up with Harold.
We agreed to disagree.
Oh, Greg.
He keeps wanting to shift me into the money market.
No, what's wrong with that?
I'll tell you what's wrong with that. It's too abstract. That's what's wrong with that.
I don't see why.
Look, Kate, I liked manufacturing, starting off in product development. I liked that. I could see what we were making. I could touch it. I could tinker. And I liked selling too when they bumped me up to sales. I still knew the product. I could picture it in my mind. Okay. So then they acquire an investment company and tell me to trade. I try, I study up, I learn about oil, soybeans, corn. I read the forecasts, I figure the trends, I trade, and I do okay. Not great, but I get by. But now they want me to trade currencies, Kate. Money markets, derivatives. I can't do that, sweetheart. What's behind currencies? Other currencies. What's behind them? Who knows? Nothing to touch, to see, to get a purchase on. And that's what I mean when I say it's too abstract.
Don't lose your job, Greg.
It wouldn't kill me.
Kids would have to quit school.
That wouldn't kill them.
Greg,
I'm not so sure college is the answer to everything in life.
you went to college.
And that's why I'm not so sure.
Oh, for God's sake.
Look, if they really want college, they'll find ways of paying for it. They might get more out of it too.
I can't believe I'm hearing this.
Neither can I. That's what makes it so exciting.
Now, how did you leave it with Harold, Greg?
I told him to put me in something real.
Real? What's real?
Sylvia's real. Aren't you, Sylvia?
I sure try to be.
Down, Sylvia. Make her get down, Greg.
Down, Sylvia.
She'll ruin your clothes.
Don't jump up, Sylvia.
Sorry, I went a little overboard there.
Let me at least try her, Kate.
For how long?
A few days, at least.
All right. For a few days.
Yippee! Yay! I sense a change in the weather here.
For a few days, we'll try Sylvia in the fervent hope that you'll realize how dumb it is to take on a dog at this point in our lives.
Fair enough, Kate.
You're happy? I'm happy.
No, now, wait. I also want one thing clear, Greg. She's yours, not mine. I won't feed her, and I won't walk her, and I don't want her jumping onto any of the... What's that?
What's what?
That pedal. She peed, Greg.
Did you do that, Sylvia?
I won't dignify that with an answer.
Of course she did that.
I'm not saying a word.
She was nervous, Kate. Strange place, hostile atmosphere.
That's it. That was the problem.
You should punish her, Greg.
I can't punish her. It's too late to punish her.
I love this man. I adore him.
Rub her nose in it. At least she's got to learn.
I won't do that, Kate.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Quiet, you.
I'm getting nervous. I might bite.
No. Now relax, Sylvia.
At least clean it up, Greg.
Glad to.
This is slightly embarrassing.
Honestly, springing a dog on me this way.
There. All cleaned up. See? Not a trace.
Wasn't there? Didn't happen.
You've really thrown me a curve here, Greg.
Tell you what. We'll go out.
Out? Now?
Did I hear the word out?
No, I meant Sylvia.
Oh.
Let's go out, Sylvia.
Knew it! Can't wait. Love going out.
Down, Sylvia. Down.
That's my favorite thing.
What about the Waldmans?
Let's go, Greg.
The Waldmans?
Yeah, dinner, the concert.
Come on, Greg.
Take Betsy in my place. She loves concerts.
Sweetheart.
Sylvia needs to go.
I'm worried, Greg. I'm worried about your job. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about us.
I'm worried about Sylvia at the moment.
I must be cruel only to be kind. Thus bad begins and worse remains behind. Hamlet, Act 3.
Here we are, Sylvia. The park, where we met.
I'm nervous.
Remember?
I'm nervous.
No. Hey, you're in the element now. This is nature, Sylvia. This is your natural habitat.
I'm still nervous.
Look at those other dogs.
See them. I see them.
This is called Dog Hill. They allow dogs to play freely here. Now go play, Sylvia.
Hey, stop pushing.
Then go, Sylvia. There's your group. There's your pack. Call the wild, kid.
I know all that.
And you need the exercise.
Look, It's no easy thing rotting into a new group. They can gang up or bite or simply ignore you. I notice you're not barging into that group of dog owners.
You have a point.
So let me take my own sweet time.
Good girl. Good. Go on. Play. Run around. Good. Hiya. Hello. You around here? Just got a dog. That one yours? Right. Cute. Thanks. Cute little butt on her. I agree. That's my golden sniffing around her. Good looking dog. His name is Bowser. He looks like a Bowser. He is. He is definitely a Bowser. Well, mine is called Sylvia. Sylvia? Uh-oh. What, you don't like the name Sylvia? Might cause problems. Why? Give a dog a woman's name, you begin to think of her as a woman. Oh, yeah? It can be dangerous, which is why I go for doggy names. Spot, Fido, Bowser, Sylvia. I could spell trouble. Oh, come on. Maybe I'm just associating. I had a girl named Sylvia. And was she good looking? No, she was a dog. They seem to be getting along. Sylvia and Bowser. Easy, Bowser. Go slow. Is Sylvia spayed? She's a stray. I haven't had her checked yet. Don't let them spade her till you're sure she's been in heat. Wait, don't? It's a feminist thing. Supposed to let her experience how it feels to be female. That way, she'll retain a sense of gender later on. There's a book on the subject called Play Now, Spay Later. I'll bring it the next time I come to the park. Thanks.
Just touching base here. Just touching base.
Having a good time, Sylvia?
The best.
Do you like Bowser?
I think he's absolutely fantastic.
Then go back and play.
May I?
Sure can. Go on. Shoot.
Oh boy. Look out, Bowser. Here I come.
She's a little insecure, isn't she? Why do you say that? Oh, the way she checks back with you. She loves me. She thinks I saved her life. I'm her knight in shining armor. Uh-oh. Well, now what's the matter? You married? Sure. Why? Wife fond of Sylvia? No, not yet. Why? Kids out of the nest? Right. Why? Well, be careful. Wait, what do you mean? You can get lost in it. Oh, yeah? Sure, a man and his dog, it's a big thing. I guess it is. Oh, God, yes. I imagine it's worse with yours. Why? No offense, but you're older. With older guys, it can become major. Think so? Oh, sure. It's something to hold on to on the way down. Oh. Oh, okay. Look, living with dogs, no problem. Dog is basically another kid to them. It's a maternal thing. But for guys, it's different. When I come home at night, I have to remind myself to kiss my wife before I say hello to Bowser. Mm-hmm. I even think about him at work. I keep wanting to call him up and chew the fat. I don't think it's a gay thing, but I love that guy. I can understand that. And they say it's even worse if your dog's a female. Really? There's a guy here and a dog named Debbie, half basset, half beagle, sweet little thing. His wife walked in on him giving Debbie a bath and got so jealous she gave the dog a Christ, what did you guys do? Sued him for damages. The judge was a dog owner and came down on his side. Said a man and his dog is a sacred relationship. What nature hath put together, let no woman put asunder. Okay, so what happened? Well, the guy got Debbie back and his wife back, and they all tried moving to Vermont, but it's still not good. Someone visited them recently and said it reminded them of the last chapter of Ethan Frome. Oh, good Lord. There's a book out on the problem, actually, Your Pooch and Your Partner. It has one basic bit of advice. Always remember that your dog is simply a dog. Always keep reminding yourself of the fact, not a person, just a dog. Force yourself to think it. Otherwise, you can get into deep dog shit. Gotcha. Well, time to go. Better old Sylvia says she won't follow Bowser. Oh, she won't do that. She might. Bowser brings out the beast. We're home.
Love that we.
Well, we are.
You're late again.
Sorry, I lost track of time.
This is the third time this week.
Time is for slaves, Katie.
Time is for people who have things to do. I have an evening meeting.
In the middle of August?
They've decided to try a pilot program for my new English curriculum.
What? Hey, congratulations! You're turning into a big cheese.
Hi.
You do more than try. You succeed, baby.
Oh, let's hope. Anyway, I had to eat early. The microwave stands waiting.
Fine.
Where's Saliva?
Her name is Sylvia, Kate.
Yeah, where is she?
Well, she's a little hyper at the moment. I put her in the other room.
Oh, no wonder things seem so peaceful.
Katie, before you go, I've got a surprise for you.
A surprise?
Remember I said Sylvia was a little hyper?
I vaguely recall that observation, yes.
I'll show you why.
I haven't got much time, Greg.
Ta-da! Sylvia, come. I had her professionally groomed.
Look at me. Look at me. How do you like them apples?
See why I was late? They gave her the full treatment. Flea dip, nails clipped, ears cleaned, the works.
Really?
They even evacuated her anal glands.
Oh, spare me, Greg.
Okay, but the girl who gave her the bath said she thought she was basically French poodle. They told me she was crawling with fleas. You were right about that, Katie, but now look at her. Isn't she spectacular? Don't you want to keep her now?
Off, Sylvia!
Oh, come on.
Off that couch, Sylvia. I don't want her on the couch, Greg. Off, Sylvia!
Smell her, Kate.
I don't want to smell her, Greg.
No, really. She smells great. Come on, smell.
I can smell her from here, sweetie.
Then why don't you think she smells great?
She smells like a lavatory in an airplane, Greg.
Oh, Kate.
All right, a lavatory in first class.
At least you admit she's a class act.
Enchantée, madame.
Oh, I've really got to go.
But just look at her. Isn't she fucking gorgeous?
Don't use that word, please, if you can possibly help it. I am spending my days trying to teach urban children the liberating possibilities of William Shakespeare in all his majesty and variety. I'd prefer not to come home to four-letter words.
Take her.
She's tired. She works hard.
She doesn't like me.
She will, Sylvia.
She makes me nervous. I sense the clock ticking away.
She just takes her time about things. Hey, it took her 2 years to say she'd marry me.
2 years? Jesus, Greg. If I multiply that by 7, why that's, carry the 2. I make that 14 years dog time. That's too long, Greg.
She's worth it, Sylvia. I promise.
Yeah, but I can't do something to speed things up, Greg. I'm tired of... Ooh. I can't speed things up, Greg. I'm tired of being just a house guest around here. I want to feel totally at home.
She'll come around. She's just a little career-oriented at the moment. It's a phase women are going through these days. Come on. Let's see what there is for chow.
Hello? Oh, hello, Harold. No, it's never too late, Harold. No, he's fine. Well, why do you think he was sick? What? The whole afternoon? I didn't know that, Harold. No, yes. Well, he's not here, Harold. He's out with a client, actually, Harold, which, come to think of it, was where he was this afternoon. Is it that late? Well, that must be because this client is a real party animal. Yes, I'll tell Greg to stop by your office first thing. Yeah, good night, Harold. Lord, how this world is given to lying. Henry IV, Part 1.
You know something? I'm beginning to like these late night walks, Sylvia. They're turning into a whole new thing.
Excuse me? I was concentrating on the Doberman across the street.
I was just saying that these walks at night are giving me a whole new perspective on life. The city seems to be shaking itself down to its essentials. That truck delivering tomorrow's vegetables, That doorman keeping watch over his flock by night. That young couple hurrying home to screw, food, shelter, sex. The basic things stand out at night, Sylvia.
Now wait. Go slow here. I'm not quite with you, Greg.
All right, remember when we passed that poor homeless woman huddled in the doorway? Or that scruffy guy poking in the garbage for soft drink cans? Remember how I made eye contact with them, Sylvia? We recognized each other in ways we could never do during the day.
Want to run that by me one more time?
Okay, I just mean that when I'm out here at night with you, all the bustle of the daytime world seems like an old game of Trivial Pursuit. I feel connected to my fellow creatures in a new and special way, Sylvia. I feel part of some larger pack. Surely you can understand that.
Nope. Thought I had it, but it slipped away.
Okay. Maybe it's just the anxieties of middle age or the sense of disillusionment which goes with late 20th century capitalism. I mean, the Cold War is over, Sylvia. We've won. But what have we got?
I wish I could contribute something here, but I just plain can't.
Never mind. Look, Sylvia, look up there. Through all this urban haze, you could still see a star. How long has it been since we've really looked at the stars? Our early ancestors knew them cold, Sylvia. They could read them like books. Right. They used them to guide their way through forests and across deserts and over the vast expanses of the sea. Birds and animals know them too, I hear. Migrating geese, salmon, wildebeest. I guess what I'm talking about is instinct, Sylvia. Maybe we have instincts we don't even know about. Maybe we're experiencing basic pulls we don't even recognize. Maybe that vast book of nature spread open above us is trying to tell us things we once knew and have forgotten and need to know again.
Wow, Greg. Boy.
All I know is you trigger those instincts in me, Sylvia. You take me back in some basic way. Oh, and hey, look, there's a moon. Catch that moon, Sylvia, rising behind those buildings. How many people these days really notice the moon?
I suppose you'd like me to sit down and howl at it?
I wouldn't mind.
Well, I don't think I could do that, Greg. Sorry. I like to think I've grown beyond that kind of behavior. Excuse me, but I have to check my messages.
I'm thinking about quitting my job, Sylvia.
Oh?
Checking the whole thing.
What would you do instead?
Something with you, maybe.
I wouldn't mind going into advertising. How would you feel about being one of those Ralph Lauren ads in the New York Times Sunday magazine? You nursing a glass of scotch, me curled comfortably on some couch. I could do that, Greg.
No, Sylvia. No advertising, please. That's even worse than trading currencies. We should do something more essential, Sylvia. Drug detection, maybe. Can you detect drugs?
Sure like to try.
Or how about working with the blind? Or I could take you into nursing homes or children's wards and hospitals. Old people and kids, Sylvia. They're keyed into the essentials. They'd connect with you immediately.
Hold it.
What?
There's something out there.
Where?
There. There. Under that parked car.
I don't see.
Hey!
Oh, that's just a cat.
Knew it!
Just an old pussycat.
Let me at it.
Easy now.
I said, let me at that thing. I want to kill that fucker.
No, Sylvia, no.
Hey, you! Hey, Kitty! You're a sack of shit, you know that?
All right, let's move on, Sylvia.
You're disgusting, Kitty. You're a disgrace to the animal kingdom.
Leave it, Sylvia. Let's move along.
Smell that damn thing. Can you smell it? I can smell it from here. You stink, Kitty. Take a bath sometime.
Now.
Who are you staring at, you sneaky bastard? You staring at me?
Let's go, Sylvia.
Fuck you, Kitty. Up yours with a 10-foot pole.
All right, come on now.
You should be chased up a tree, you cocksucker. I'd like to bite off your tail and shove it up your ass. I hate your fucking guts, Kitty, and don't you ever forget it. Well, out of sight, out of mind. Let's move on.
Wow, Sylvia.
Sorry, but I had to do it.
You're just full of surprises, aren't you?
You want instinct? You got instinct.
Sure did.
Whiff of the jungle, right? Nature, tooth and claw.
I'll say.
I must say it helps me to express your feelings.
I should say that stuff to Harold at work. How does it go again? You're a sack of shit, Harold. You're a disgrace to the...
Hey, look! Here comes that corgi from over on Columbus Avenue. Should I sidle up to him or ignore him completely?
Surprise me, Sylvia. Surprise me. They said there'd be a short delay.
Damn. Well, that gives me more time to prepare for the conference. Now you should go home, sweetie.
I'll stick around in case you're canceled.
You don't have to.
I want to.
You shouldn't have bothered to drive me out.
I wanted to.
You wanted an excuse to skip that dinner with those clients.
No, I wanted to be with you.
I really should do some work.
Go ahead. I'll just sit with you.
What about Her Holiness?
Who? Oh, Sylvia. What about her?
I thought you hated to be left alone.
I can't be with her every minute.
Well, that's good to know.
She'll get me all to herself while you're gone.
Goody, goody.
Besides, she has to learn to be alone occasionally. You think I was going to the moon the way that she looked when I left tonight? I kept saying I'd just be gone a little while, but she gave me this soulful look, which...
All right. I'm sorry I brought it up.
Every time we say goodbye, I die a little. Every time we say goodbye, I wonder why a little. Why the gods above me, who must be in the know, think so little of me, they'd allow you to go.
When you're near, there's such an air of spring about it. I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it. There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor every time we say goodbye.
Oops, there's my plane. Guess I'm off. Oh, goodbye, darling. Mwah. See you Wednesday night.
I'll miss you.
Oh, sure.
Really, I will.
Every time we say goodbye, I die a little. Every time we say goodbye, I wonder why a little.
Why the gods above me, who must be in the know, think so little of me that allow you to go. When you're near, there's such an air of spring about it.
I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it.
There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor every time we say goodbye.
Hey! Hey, hey! Knew it. It's him. He's home.
This is lovely, Kate. I was expecting something more naive. For new arrivals. Sometimes when people come to New York, they take the provinces with them. I have a friend who moved from Tampa and brought her entire collection of seashells. There were shells on the tables, shells on the chairs, shells everywhere you looked. I said, these shells are lovely, Sheila. But where do you sit? Sit. I like your apartment, Kate.
Well, it's simple and convenient. Anybody here? No? Thank God. They must be in the park for the umpteenth time.
Who?
Oh, don't get me started. But how lucky we ran into each other on the street, Phyllis.
That's New York for you, the biggest small town in the world.
Oh, I'm discovering that.
Well, now you and Greg are here. Hamilton and I want to give you a small dinner party.
Wait!
What?
Not there. You'll ruin that nice jacket. She leaves these great grubby hairs.
Who?
Sylvia.
Sylvia?
The dog.
Oh, you let the dog on the couch?
Oh, I do not. I absolutely forbid it, but I prefer not to talk about it.
Well, good for you. We New Yorkers all have parts of our lives we keep to ourselves. We all have private parts,
You have sense, Master Phyllis. I hear you and Hamilton are the toast of the East Side.
Oh, well, we circulate. Who would you like to meet? Kitty Carlisle Hart, Charlene Hunter Galt, Boutros Ghali?
or anyone interested in the New York schools.
Fine. I'll organize an evening which will focus strictly on the educational.
She waits, you know. She literally waits until I'm out of the door, and then she leaps onto the couch.
The dog?
Sylvia. And when she hears my key in that latch, she jumps off.
Are you sure?
I am. Once I sneaked back in and I caught her red-handed.
I hope you punished her immediately.
I tried, but she practically laughed in my face. She only listens to Greg.
Then Greg should punish her. Dogs are like children. They need to be thoroughly disciplined from the ground up.
Greg? Discipline, Sylvia? Ah, don't make me laugh.
Okay, let's talk dates for the party. Hamilton and I are booked solid through October, but how about November 6th?
Fine.
Good. There are no friends like old...
Strong suspicion that when I'm out of the apartment, they sit on the couch together.
Greg and Sylvia.
They do everything together. Once, I caught them sharing an ice cream cone.
Oh, how disgusting!
He uses his paintbrush. I mean, he uses it on her.
Hamilton has taken a goldfish.
At least they stay in their bowl.
Oh, not necessarily.
What?
Sometimes he takes them into the bathtub.
Oh, no!
I swear, if you bring it up, he'll deny it, but I swear I caught him at it.
Good Lord.
Look at us. Here we are talking about animals when we should be planning our party.
Yes, absolutely right. Now let's have a drink. What would you like, Phyllis? Wine, vodka, what?
Oh, just fizzy water, please. I'm trying to give up alcohol.
Good for you. I'll get it.
Now, fill me in on the school thing, Kate. I saw Madge Mackenzie at the Courtney Club, and she says you're roaming around Harlem reciting Shakespeare.
That's why I want to meet people with pull, Phyllis. I'm trying to put Shakespeare in the junior high curriculum.
Is that possible? I mean, at that age, I mean, these days, I mean, up there.
Oh, I hope so. If we can hook children in junior high, we might have them for life, Phyllis.
I wish I could believe that, Kate.
Well, it's not just Shakespeare, Phyllis. It's language in general. These kids are fascinated by words. They rap, they rhyme, they invent these exciting phrases and metaphors just the way Shakespeare did. If we can take their energy and curiosity and imagination and give them words, more words, good words and significant context, well, then maybe she wants to sleep in our bed, you know.
Sylvia?
Sylvia wants to sleep in our bed.
Oh, you said no, I hope.
Oh, of course I said no. Not even outside the covers.
Oh, I should hope not.
Greg fought me all the way and continues to on every issue. When we visited our friends the Wardwalls in Williamstown, he insisted on taking her with us.
At least it's the country.
But it was our anniversary, Phyllis. How would you like to be driving through the lovely New England scenery with Sylvia drooling down the back of your neck?
I see your point.
And when we arrived, the Wardwalls put us all in the same room.
You and Greg and Sylvia.
There we were, huddled up together, Greg and I, spending our wedding anniversary with Sylvia, wandering restlessly around the room, peering over the bed and panting.
Oh, how horrible.
I mean, here I am, breaking my back, trying to instill some sense of civility in America. And she's drinking from the John, you know.
Sylvia.
She drinks from the toilet. Sometimes when we're trying to have a decent dinner, you can hear those great gulping sounds coming from the loo.
Oh, good heavens.
And sits slobbering by the table, eyeing us all through the meal.
You see, they're like children. They have to be exiled while we eat.
Oh, don't I wish. But how about a refill, Phyllis?
I'm fine, thanks.
I must just shift to scotch. Excuse me a minute.
Now be careful, Kate. Don't start leaning on liquor. Take it from the one who knows. It's the curse of our generation, and it's the curse of our particularly ethnic group.
He takes Sylvia out to lunch, you know.
No.
He dashes home at noon, and they go out to lunch. He's found some restaurant on Amsterdam Avenue who's willing to serve Sylvia.
I'm appalled.
And lately, he's been taking the afternoon off.
Hamilton sometimes does that. He sneaks down to the aquarium.
But Greg does this every day. He and Sylvia have lunch, and then they go on these long walks. He covers the entire city. He says that with Sylvia, he meets all sorts of people from all walks of life. He says he's having a true democratic experience for the first time in his life.
Wait, I thought Greg was a Republican.
He was. He used to be.
Hamilton, at least, is that.
Oh, I almost wish Greg would change back.
I think all men should be Republicans, Kate. It seems to be good for their prostate. When Hamilton voted for Bush, I can't wait for the next election. Election. But I've been talking too much.
I think I hate Sylvia, Phyllis.
No.
I do. I never thought I could hate anybody except Nixon, but now I hate Sylvia.
Oh, she's just a dog, Kate.
She's a kangaroo. She's destroying our marriage.
Oh, no.
Sometimes I want to kill her, Phyllis. I want to put decon in her dog dish.
Now, that's a little drastic.
But I feel doomed, Phyllis, cooped up in this small apartment with that creature.
Then draw the line, Kate. See, she's simply got to go.
I've tried. We keep making these clear agreements, but Greg keeps breaking them. And like Hitler.
Oh, Kate.
I have the terrible feeling I'm sharing my life with her for another 10 years.
Do you think she'll last that long?
I know she will, but I won't. If this continues, she'll stand drooling over my grave.
Hello?
Oh, there you are. Phyllis Cutler is here, dear. Now brace yourself.
Here we are. Why, Phyllis. Hello, good to see you again. This is Sylvia.
Hello. Nice crotch here. Nice crotch.
Run along, Sylvia.
This is just my way of saying hello.
Stop it, Sylvia.
Down, Sylvia. Down, Sylvia. No. No.
See what I mean?
I'm beginning to. She normally doesn't do that.
She does it all the time.
Hey, listen. We've learned 3 new tricks today. You want to see them?
We do not.
Phyllis wants to see them. Don't you, Phyllis?
Well,
Wait.
I
How did you have time to teach Sylvia tricks, Greg?
I came home early
Why, Greg?
so I could teach Sylvia tricks.
See?
We found a quiet place in the park and practice. Didn't we, Sylvia?
Yes, we did. We did.
So, first trick. Where's your little red ball, Sylvia?
Huh?
Find your little red ball.
Oh, gotcha. See? Little red ball.
Don't give it to Daddy.
Why should I?
Give it to Daddy, Sylvia.
What's in it for me?
Here's a treat if you give that ball back to Daddy, Sylvia.
Okay.
Good girl.
Thanks.
Now catch the ball, Sylvia.
I'm still eating.
Catch the ball, Sylvia.
That was a tough one.
You're a very good girl. Now, go fetch, Sylvia.
Go fetch that ball?
Go fetch that ball.
All right. I will. Seeing as how you're God.
You see what I'm up against? Notice how all conversation stops. Notice how civilizations completely collapse while we wait for Sylvia.
I might just have a small scotch, Kate.
Phyllis.
I want one, Kate. Right now. Please. You're worried, aren't you? Actually, I am, Craig. No, don't be. She'll find her ball. It's probably under the hall table. See? What did I tell you? I am ultimately relieved.
Here's the ball, Greg.
Thank you, Sylvia. Good girl. Now, when Kate gets back, I want you to roll over.
I don't like rolling over, Greg.
I know, but I want you to do it.
Here you are, Phyllis.
Thank you.
Greg, I think we put Sylvia,
Hold it. Watch this. Roll over, Sylvia.
This is the one I don't like, Greg.
Come on, Sylvia. Do it. Roll over. You get a treat.
All right, I'll do it, but I really hate this one. I feel like a fool, but there you have it.
Good girl.
Pay up.
Here you are, Sylvia. Here you are. See? See what we accomplished?
Did you like that trick, Phyllis?
Go away, Sylvia!
Sylvia, go away. No.
Sylvia!
That.
Have you tried spanking her? I don't think there's enough spanking these days.
Darling, do you think we possibly might put Sylvia in the kitchen? I mean, we want to talk to Phyllis, don't we?
Wait, just one more trick. Speak, Sylvia.
Speak.
Speak, Sylvia.
I'm not sure what he wants here.
Speak, Sylvia. Speak!
Now wait, I'm sure I know this one. I've just forgotten.
Look at this treat, Sylvia. You get it. If you speak.
It's coming back to me.
Speak, Sylvia.
Hey!
Good girl.
Hey, hey!
Good girl.
Hey, 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 hey!
That's a very good girl, Sylvia.
I knew I could do it.
See, sweetie? She can speak.
Mm-hmm.
So much for Shakespeare.
Well, I've got to go.
We've hardly talked.
I've got to be off, really. Mwah, mwah. So nice to see you again, Kate. Goodbye, Greg. Bye-bye, Sylvia.
No, Sylvia, no!
Down, girl. She likes you a lot for this.
I'll tell them at my next AA meeting.
She's driving away our friends, Greg.
Oh, come on.
She is, Greg. She gave Alice Felker a bloody nose.
She thought Alice was playing.
Well, Alice wasn't. Alice was defending herself.
I'd like to eat, please. Time to chow down.
Our friends loathe her.
The Wardwells loved her. They specifically said the next time we came up, be sure to bring Sylvia.
They were just being nice.
Don't they love her? Most people love her. People stop me in the street to pet her. Children's faces brighten as we walk by. She lightens my life.
She darkens mine, Greg.
Where's dinner? I'm gonna go check on dinner.
She's hungry.
I want to talk about this, Greg.
We've been all through it.
We have not been all through it. Did you get fired today, Greg?
What?
Did you get fired?
What makes you think that?
I have an instinct. Did you get fired?
No, of course not. I got temporarily laid off.
Oh, Greg.
They gave me a leave of absence for medical reason.
Medical reasons?
They think I need counseling.
Oh, you do, darling. I really think you do.
Just because my work doesn't seem real anymore.
What is real then, Greg?
Sylvia! Sylvia is real.
Tell you what's real, Greg. The mortgage on this apartment is real. The kids' tuitions are very, very real.
I need to feel more
Greg, and don't say real.
connected.
Connected. Connected to what?
Life. No. Living.
I'm beginning to understand, darling.
You are?
I am, sweetie. This is another one of those things that happen to men in middle age.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is, darling. I admit I'm slightly sauced, but I still know a hawk from a handsaw.
What?
It's like when poor fat old Ted Donahue tried to take up tap dancing.
This is entirely different.
No, I'm sorry, sweetie, but whatever it is, I have to say, time's up.
Time's up.
Really up. I said I'd try, And I have, and it's been much longer than a few days. So I'm putting my foot down, Greg. I want you to give Sylvia away.
Away?
I want that. I am asking that. I insist upon that.
What do you mean, give her away? To whom?
Some farmer. Give her to some farmer.
There are no farmers anymore, Kate. Farmers don't exist. Read The New Republic.
Oh, now, come
And I
on.
refuse to give my dog to some agricultural conglomerate. Sylvia, being cared for by Archer Daniels Midland? Nope, sorry, can't do it.
Greg.
Look what I've got.
Oh, Lord, she's got my shoe.
It's a peace offering.
It is not. It's a deliberate act of aggression.
Look at this shoe. Look at the fabulous shoe.
Stop that, Sylvia, right now.
Chase me.
You'll ruin it, Greg.
Chase me.
She just wants to play.
I want that shoe, Sylvia, immediately.
Bring it here, Sylvia. Good girl. Here's your shoe, Kate. Katie.
She's ruined it.
It's an old shoe.
It's my best pair. You owe me a new pair of shoes, Greg.
Okay, I'll buy you some new shoes.
You know, I'll bet you took my book, too.
What book?
My annotated copy of All's Well That Ends Well. I can't find it. I'll bet Sylvia took it and ate it.
She wouldn't do that.
Hey.
She ate half the New Yorker.
What's the issue anyway? The New Yorker's getting
Greg, I am issuing an ultimatum.
It's time for her dinner. Come on, sweetheart. Time to eat.
Sweetheart? Is it sweetheart now? God damn it, Craig. When's the last time you said that to me?
I believe this is yours.
Sylvia, I have something to say to you.
What if I don't feel like listening?
Then I'll see to it that you never lick another plate.
All right, shoot.
Off the couch, please.
Greg lets me sit here.
I don't off right now.
Make me. I'm warning you, I've been known to bite.
Try that just once, Sylvia. Just once. And you're out the door. Now off right now.
Okay, cool it. I get the picture. You sure don't like me, do you?
I think it's safe to say I hate your guts.
May I ask why?
Because you're messing around with my marriage.
Din Din, come and get it.
I believe I'm wanted in the kitchen.
Hold it, Sylvia.
Let me go!
To do everything I can to get you out of here, Sylvia.
I doubt if you can do very much, Kate.
Oh, before long, you're going to be cowering in some cage.
Dinny poo, supper time. My
master's voice, Kate.
I'm not through yet, Sylvia. Now you should know that all you are is a male menopausal moment. Oh, I know. It's all been very exciting, walking around town during these fine fall days. But when winter comes, Sylvia, when it's cold in the morning and dark in the afternoon, when he has to stand shivering in the park waiting to pick up your doo-doo, how long do you think you'll last, Sylvia? I'll have second thoughts then, Sylvia, and I'll be right there to help him think them.
Sylvia, come. Kibble time.
You're forgetting one thing, Kate.
Oh, and what is that, Sylvia?
He loves me.
Oh, yes?
He does. He thinks I shit ice cream.
There's love, and then there's love, sister.
Yes, well, we'll see.
Yes, we'll see, Sylvia. From here on in, it's a fight to the finish.
Fair enough. And may the best species win.
Hey, great. Can I play too? Do you want to play with the gang?
I get bored with the afternoon crowd. Nannies and babysitters, schnauzers and cocker spaniels.
What you mean is Bowser hasn't shown up yet.
I mean what I mean.
I wish I knew more about you, Sylvia.
Why do you have to know everything?
Just for the pleasure of knowing. Take Kate, for example. We started dating in high school. We know each other cold.
Yeah, well, that's her. This is me.
I wish I knew more about your former owner.
Second owners always wish that.
Did you like him as much as you like me?
How do you know it was a guy?
Good point. But you were mistreated, weren't you?
I got to sleep on the couch.
Still, what kind of person would take you to the park and just let you go?
How do you know I wasn't lost? Or how do you know I didn't see you sitting on the bench and simply say to myself, there's a man I want to spend the rest of my life with? How do you know I didn't break my leash and run to your side?
I don't know. Do I?
And you never will. See, I'm a mystery. I'm what's known as the other. That's never happened to you before. That's why I'm so exciting. And that's what love is all about. Now, go with the flow, man. Well, now I think I'll just mosey on back to the group.
Ah, because Bowser's there now, right?
I'm not saying a word.
Hiya, Greg. Hi, Tom. How's things going at home? Fine. Really? Actually, not so good. Thought so. Think I know why. Sylvia's why. No. It's deeper than that. I've been reading this book. Another book? This one's deep, man. It's all about us. Us? Says we're basically biophilic. Hey, watch it. No, that's good, man. People who love dogs are biophiles. They're lovers of the bios, which is Greek for the process of nature. Go on. What's more, the whole thing's generic. Did your dad take you fishing and hiking when you were young? Actually, yes. Did your mother push your stroller through some zoo? Sure, yes. See? What they were doing was activating your biophilic gene. I see. We've inherited these genes from our caveman days when we had to connect with nature in order to survive with it. And your relationship with Sylvia has reactivated that gene. That's why you respond to her so strongly. On the other hand, your wife's biophilic gene has become thoroughly atrophied. That's true enough. She sees nature as threatening and messy. You got it. That's why you're having marital problems. It's all built in. It's as if you were straight and she was gay, or vice versa. I don't know, Tom. Look, I'm just giving you a name for what's going on. Naming the problems helps you deal with it. Actually, that's why my wife and I decided to split. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's good. Biophiles need to mate another biophiles. It's better for the environment. Bowser and I are hoping to hook up with a forestry major. Good luck. I'll lend you the book. Sylvia's having a ball out there. Life of the party, isn't she? She's been to the beauty parlor again. Or else she's in heat. No, she may be. What makes you think so? The way she carried her tush? Wait, did you get her spade? No, not yet. I took your advice about waiting. Is Bowser fixed? Nope, it's different. Is it? Call her. See if she'll come. Of course she'll come. Now she's in heat. Sylvia, come. See? She's coming immediately.
Hi, Greg. Hello, Tom. Did I ever tell you how fond I was of Bowser?
You're not in heat, are you, sweetheart?
Me? Nah, no way.
Didn't think so.
I just feel like fucking. That's all.
She seems to be asking for it. She's just being affectionate.
I want to fuckity fuck.
I think she's definitely in heat. It's just natural affection.
May I go now?
Sure, Sylvia. Go play.
Hey, Bowser, ready or not, here I come. And I want to fuck Toot Sweet.
All right, you may be right. She may be in heat. I think she is. What do I do if she is? Keep her inside. It's my wife? We'll send her away. What, my wife? Sylvia! I'm not going to send her away. Just for the duration. No, out of the question. Then keep her on a leash at all times. Don't bring her into the park. If you let her loose, you're just asking for her. Uh-oh. What? Where's Bowser? Where's Sylvia? Look! Over there! Behind that bush. Shit! I told you! I'll break it up. Too late. They're locked. I don't care. I've got to. You heard her. But, hey, Greg, think about her for a change. This is her big moment. What has she done for most of her life? Lie around her apartment? Take an occasional walk at the end of the leash? Give her this at least. Let her have something to remember. That bastard. Who? Bowser? He raped her. Come off it. Bowser raped Sylvia. She asked for it. She shoved it right in his face. Listen, fella, you're talking about my dog. See? See what we're doing? We're thinking of them as people. Right. Well, Sylvia. 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 After this, you should have her fixed. And then you should have Bowser neutered. Nope. Sorry. You ruined his personality. There's a major difference between castration and just having your tube stuck, Greg. Think about it. I see. So once again, the women of this world are being asked to suffer the consequences of male aggression. Oh boy, I'm telling you. I'm learning a lot these days. Cool it, Greg. Do these things always take? Not always. I almost wish it would. Why? Sylvia made a wonderful mother. It's tough having puppies, particularly in town. But I'd be there for her. I'd pitch right in. I'd build a special box for her with newspapers and a blanket and get right in there and give a hand. It would give us more in common. Hey, when Kate and I had our kids, I pulled my weight. Let me tell you. I helped feed them and change them and give them baths. And on Sunday mornings, we'd bring them into our bed and we'd all hunker down under the covers. I'd do the same with Sylvia and her pups. Why we'd all together, you're sick, man. I know it. Get her to the vet. First thing. Right. Get yourself to a shrink. Mm-hmm. Well, looks like they're done. Hey, it's late. Come on, Bowser. Let's go, big guy. Shake a leg, oh studly one. You macho bastard. Well.
You speaking to me?
Have a good time out there?
I believe it's time to go home.
I said, did you have a good time?
Prefer not to discuss
Do
it.
you like Bowser?
Who?
You know damn well who. Bowser. That big guy with his tail up heading home.
No, him.
Do you like him?
It's really none of your business, Greg.
Oh, no. Seems to me out there you made it everybody's business.
Look, Greg, I happen to be exhausted.
Oh, I'll bet you are.
I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm not going to stand around this park discussing ancient history. What happened between me and Bowser is over and done with. It's just a little fling, Greg. Just a dumb, silly fling. We both got temporarily carried away. Now let's leave it at that.
Will it happen again?
What do you mean?
Are you still in heat, Sylvia?
I refuse to recognize that expression. I find it somewhat demeaning.
You are, aren't you?
I'm not saying it. I'm not.
Seems to me a little operation is in order.
Which means?
Oh, never mind. But I'm calling the vet first thing.
That sounds like you plan to punish me.
No.
It certainly sounds that way.
For your own good.
Oh, yeah, sure. Tell me another.
I just wish you exercised a little more self-control.
May we change the subject, please? May we get on with our lives? May we make some attempt to move toward home? I happen to be quite hungry.
Well, I bet you are. Let's go.
Hold it.
What?
Get a load of that Dalmatian over there.
What about him?
Look at the balls on that guy.
All right, let's go, Sylvia.
On second thought, maybe I want to stay.
Jesus, you're a slut, Sylvia. You're a promiscuous slut. It's under the knife for you, kid. First thing.
You're jealous, aren't you?
No, not at all.
Yes, you are. You're jealous.
I am not. Just happen to think you could do better. That's all.
Yeah.
That you, darling?
Just us.
I wonder if we could talk for a minute.
Sure, we can talk. Come on, Sylvia.
Alone, Greg, without Sylvia.
She'll be quiet. She's still under the weather after her operation.
I feel like a gutted turkey.
The vet said she'll be shaky for a couple more days.
I wish I knew what you had them do to me, you prick.
She's a little mad at
Greg, sweetheart, I have some.
Hold it, dear. Lie down, Sylvia.
I don't want to lie down.
Down, Sylvia. She's supposed to lie down. Lie down, Sylvia.
Shit, this hurts.
Greg, I have some very
Sit, Kate.
What?
Sit down.
Greg, I am not Sylvia.
Sorry, I got confused.
Now, Greg, I have some very exciting news for both of us.
Shoot.
I got a grant
You got a grant?
to study in England.
Hey!
It's from a special foundation set up for women who resume their careers after their childbearing years.
Oh, congratulations, darling. That's fantastic. It's all paying off, isn't it? Those night courses when the kids were growing up, summer school, it's all coming together.
Oh my god. My aching gut.
So I thought I'd use to see how the English teach their mother tongue.
Great idea.
And
And
they supply a spousal supplement.
spousal supplement.
You can come too, darling.
Fantastic.
And it couldn't happen at a better time, Greg, with your job in limbo and everything.
Oh, sweet Jesus. What women go through in this world.
So I thought we could get a flat in London and maybe have the kids come over for the summer.
Hear that, Sylvia? Oh, to be in England. Hikes on the moors, kid. Wuthering Heights. Hound of the Baskervilles.
Don't talk to me. I'm dying here.
Just close your eyes and think of England, Sylvia. The English are great people. They love dogs.
They do, darling. They definitely do. They love them so much that they're very protective of their own.
What does that mean?
They have a quarantine, sweetheart. A 6-month quarantine before you can bring a dog into the country.
What? That's ridiculous.
Well, they do. I checked, darling. I called the consulate. Even Elizabeth Taylor's dogs were not allowed to set paw on English soil.
You're saying we can't take Sylvia?
I'm afraid we can't, sweetheart.
Snooty, liney fucks!
I thought we had an agreement about that word, Greg.
So Sylvia isn't good enough for them.
Well, we'll just have to find her a good home, Greg. Oh, let sleeping dogs lie, Greg.
You applied for this grant, didn't you?
Well, of course I applied.
No, I mean recently. Since Sylvia.
As a matter of fact, yes.
And you specifically asked for England.
Well, English is my field, sweetheart.
And you knew that Sylvia wouldn't come.
I knew we needed to get away, Greg.
You're trying to separate me from my dog.
Well, that's part of it, yes.
That's a major part of it.
She's not good for us, Greg. I hate what she does to you and I hate what she does to me. I think, oh, what is that awful smell?
Oh, I think it's Sylvia. The vet said she might pass a little gas.
Oh, damn it, Sylvia.
She had an operation, Kate.
Now let's talk about England.
I don't want to go.
Greg,
Not without Sylvia.
if you loved me, you'd come to England.
I'll come visit.
I followed you around for 20 years. You can damn well follow me.
I said I'll visit.
I plan to be there for 6 months.
That long.
That long.
I'll last.
Maybe I won't, Greg.
You serious?
You could find her a home if you wanted to, Greg.
This is her home. This is my home.
Even without me in it?
I can't give her up, Kate. It's a genetic thing. I have this gene.
Oh, yes? Well, I have a gene too, Greg. It's a gene that tells me I made a major commitment to my mate. It's a gene that reminds me I am responsible for educating my offspring. It's a gene that makes me want to do something constructive about the welfare of the world at large.
Maybe we should sleep on this one.
Maybe we should. I'm going to bed. Are you coming?
Later.
This is serious, isn't it?
I think it is.
Well, Sylvia, thanks a lot. You've managed to chew a huge hole in a 22-year-old marriage.
Hey, Bowser. Wait for me, buddy.
Wake up, Sylvia.
What? What? Who? Where?
Time for your pill, kid.
I hate pills.
I'll put it in with your food. You won't taste a thing.
I love you, Greg.
I'm a mess, Sylvia.
I know you are. But even when you behave like a complete asshole, I love you completely.
I must say, Kate, I find it somewhat difficult to counsel married couples when one of the partners refuses to cooperate. I thought your husband agreed to join us.
He promised he would.
Then let's simply assume he's late.
Let's simply assume he's with Sylvia. Oh, Leslie, maybe I should just say the hell with the whole thing.
No, don't give up. We've come a long way, you and I. Please sit, Kate.
I wish people would stop telling me to sit.
All right, stand then. But let's take advantage of Greg's absence to review the bidding. During our last session, you seemed to suggest that he'd actually fallen in love with Sylvia.
He has. Totally.
Couldn't you be exaggerating?
He says things to her that he never says to me.
Such as?
You look beautiful. You look wonderful. I love you. All that stuff.
Well, maybe he is speaking to you through Sylvia, Kate. Maybe Sylvia is simply the medium through which he expresses his love for you.
No, this is different, Leslie. Even when we were first married, he never looked at me the way he looks at Sylvia.
And could you describe that look?
There's sort of a deep, distant light in his eyes, a sort of, primeval affection.
Do you think, now, how shall I put this, Kate? Do you think there is anything physical in his relationship with Sylvia? Now, be frank.
No!
You sure? These things happen. There was a couple in here the other day who did very peculiar things with their cat.
There is nothing physical between Greg and Sylvia. Oh, there's a lot of patting and pawing and stroking and licking that goes on ad nauseum. But beyond that, I almost wish there were.
Now, why do you say that, Kate?
Because then it would be just an affair, and any wife worth her salt can deal with that. But this is much deeper. I feel I'm up against something that has gone on for hundreds of thousands of years, ever since the first wolf came out of the forest and hunkered down next to the caveman by his fire.
But, Kate, don't you think the cave woman must have had ways of showing that wolf back into outer darkness?
Oh, I've tried. That's why I got the grant to go to England. But all it did was aggravate the issue. Now he loves her even more. He says nothing becomes her like the leaving thereof, so he won't leave her.
Ah, but I believe I hear Greg. Sorry I'm late. Hello, darling.
This is Leslie, Greg.
Hi, Leslie. The reason I'm late is that Sylvia had to have her stitches taken out.
We're not interested, Greg.
No, let him talk, Kate. You've had your say. He should have his.
Oh, while we were at the vet's, we discovered she had worms, which explains why she's been dragging her butt all over the living room rug. But we plan to take care of that with little pink pills.
See what I'm up again.
Kate, why don't you go in the other room and read a magazine? I'd like to talk to Greg alone, if I may.
Is there a phone out there? Maybe I'll just go ahead and reconfirm my single seat on British Airlines.
No, trust me, Kate. I've been in this business a long, long time.
But he won't listen. It's impossible to get through.
Sit down, Greg. Thanks. Talk to me, Greg. Say whatever is on your mind.
Okay. She's not herself lately.
I'm glad you see that, Greg.
Particularly these past few weeks.
And why do you think that, Greg?
I know exactly why. She resents me.
And why do you suppose she resents you?
Because I made the decision.
What decision?
To have her spayed.
Ah, you're talking about
Sylvia.
Sylvia.
You don't want me to talk about Sylvia?
No, I do, if you want to, Greg.
Kate doesn't like me to.
Well, that's Kate, Greg. As for me, I'd like very much to hear about Sylvia, because by telling me about Sylvia, you were really telling me about yourself.
Okay, well, to begin with, she's got great eyes.
Sylvia.
I finally understand the word limpid now. She's got limpid eyes, limpid, deep, serious eyes, but that doesn't mean she's serious all the time. She laughs. I've actually seen her laugh. And she's got this great little butt. Everyone comments on her butt. When she sashays down the street, she kind of wiggles it back and forth. A lot of people stop to pat her just because of that butt. And when we get to the park, the whole gang goes nuts for her. Even though she's been spayed, they gather around. You should see Bowser, for example. Oh, and hey, I found this poem that Shakespeare wrote about her. Shakespeare. Who is Sylvia? What is she? That all our swains commend her. Greg. Holy fair and wise is she. Greg. The heavens such grace did. Greg! Yes? I'm afraid we're confined to the 50-minute hour. Sorry, I got a little carried away. Greg, I'm going to do something here, which I normally don't much further along in the therapy process. I'm going to put myself in the picture. Yourself? What's my name, Greg? Kate said it was Leslie. Leslie it is, Greg. Now, am I a man or a woman? You're a woman? You've hesitated, Greg. Yeah, well, sorry. No, I wanted you to hesitate. I wanted you to select my gender. That's why I call myself Leslie. It's a name which works either way. It does, doesn't it? And that's why I wear these ambivalent clothes. I may be a man pretending to be a woman, or I may be a woman pretending to be a man. I let my patients select my gender. I thought you were a woman. Because you wanted me to be a woman. I did. We project our needs onto the world, Greg. Life is shapeless and absurd. We use words, names, and categories to give us a sense of shape. We need that sense of shape to get through the day. Okay. You even see it in the Bible, Greg. God has named the animals, as Adam named the animals, so that Adam can construct his own order out of the chaos around him. Which brings us to your dog, Greg. Sylvia. Sylvia, you wanted your dog to be a woman too. That's why you named her Sylvia. She was already named Sylvia, but you embraced the name because you needed a woman. I already have a woman. Her name is Kate. You wanted another kind of woman, Greg. You wanted the subservient little wife you once kept in the suburbs. You wanted the worshipful daughter who once hung on to every word. You wanted a Sylvia, Greg. If Sylvia didn't exist, you would have to invent her. You may be right, Leslie. I think I am, Greg. Now, these are what we therapists call the dangerous years. Dangerous years? The years between the first hint of retirement and the first whiff of the nursing home. Oh, God. No. We should make the most of these years, Greg. For example, am exploring the boundaries of gender identification. Kate is moving beyond child rearing to a career in the public classroom. You, on the other hand, seem to have retreated into a kind of pastoral nostalgia. Pastoral nostalgia? Oh, by acquiring Sylvia. You think that's true? I do, Greg. And I think it's time to move on. It's time for you to accept the challenges that come with later life. Maybe so. Drop the leash, Greg, and once again take hold of your wife's hand. See if you're capable of walking with her side by side toward the setting sun. Thank you, Leslie. This all makes a lot of sense. I think it does, Greg. I think it makes a great deal of sense. I must say I'm exhausted. This has been a long, tough haul for all of us. Well, now may I bring in Kate so we can all sit down together and work through a few specifics? Aren't you forgetting one thing? What's that? Greg. Sylvia. Sylvia. You've seen Kate, you've seen me. Don't you think you should see Sylvia? You want me to hold a session with your dog? No, not a session, Leslie. Jesus, what kind of a nutcase do you think I am? No, I just think you should pat her, maybe play with her a little, possibly take her for a short walk, because then you'll see, Leslie. See what? Then you'll see that Sylvia is more than just a name or a gene or a psychological symptom or anything else that tries to pin her down. Any dog owner knows this. If you don't, Leslie, you should get one immediately. We should all have dogs. It should be in the Constitution. It's not just a right, it's an obligation. When you register to vote, you pick up your dog license. The world would be a far better place, Leslie. But just think. You and I and Nelson Mandela and Yasser Arafat and Meryl Streep could all meet at Club Med or someplace. And what will we talk about? Our dogs, Leslie. Our dogs. And yeah? Greg, I'd like you to leave right now. Quickly, if you would. And send Kate in on your way out. It's Sylvia's dinner time anyway.
No, what happened?
Kate, I want you to do several things.
Several?
First, I want you to divorce Greg.
Divorce?
Take him for every nickel he's got.
No, I couldn't.
Then, I want you to get a gun
Gun?
to shoot Sylvia. I hope you'll get it right between the eyes.
What?
Sorry, I'm late for my shrink.
If this were played on the stage now, I would condemn it as an improbable fiction. 12th Night, Act 3.
You look particularly glamorous today, Sylvia.
Thank you, Greg.
You know why, don't you?
Tell me, will I check out Le Kibble du jour?
You look particularly glamorous because we've come to a major moment in our relationship.
A major moment?
A turning point. And at turning points in our lives, good or bad, we instinctively shine. Our eyes sparkle, our hair glistens, our bodies seem to know.
Well, why is this a turning point?
We're going to lay our cards on the table. Both of us.
Thought we always did that anyway.
We did. Oh, we do. But this will be even more so. Up until now, you've been saying what I'd hoped you'd say. This time, I want you to feel you're totally on your own.
Sounds exciting.
Would you like to sit down, Sylvia?
Where shall I sit?
Anywhere you want.
Can I sit on the couch?
You may, Sylvia. Come on, I'll even give you a hand.
This is delight. I like these major moments, Greg.
Sylvia, I have to send you away
Away?
to somewhere else.
Oh, you mean that kennel you put me in when you go off on the weekend? I can live with that, as long as it's just a few days.
It's not a kennel, Sylvia. I found a family for you,
Fine. Sounds better than a kennel.
and it won't be for just a few days.
How long will it be? 2 weeks? 3?
Forever, Sylvia.
Forever?
It boils down to you or Kate, Sylvia. And I'm choosing Kate.
You're choosing Kate?
I have to, Sylvia.
You can't have both of us?
I guess I can't.
Is this because she hates me?
She doesn't hate you, Sylvia.
She sure doesn't like me.
She doesn't like me, Sylvia, when I'm with you.
Lord knows I've tried to please her.
You have, Sylvia.
Always greet her when she comes home.
I know that.
She seems to like it when I lick plates before they go into the dishwasher. She even encourages that habit.
It's only because she doesn't like waste, Sylvia.
So you're choosing her over me?
She's my wife, Sylvia. She's the mother of my children. We've lived together a long, long time.
Do you love her?
I do.
I
Very
thought
much.
I thought you loved me.
I do, sweetheart. But in a different way. And it's not a good way as far as Kate is concerned.
I thought there was talk of you and me moving out.
There was.
I thought there was a very serious talk of you and me getting a studio apartment over on 69th Street, right near the park.
There was talk of that, yes, Sylvia. In the heat of the moment.
I thought we were going to take a camping trip on Chesapeake Bay. I thought you were going to teach me to retrieve ducks.
I was going to do all of that, Sylvia.
And you've suddenly chickened out.
That's what I've done. Chickened out.
I feel awful.
So do
Know what I wish I could do? Mix myself a double absolute vodka on the rocks with a twist.
I did that earlier, Sylvia, for myself.
Yeah, well, being a dog, I don't happen to have the solace of alcohol, Greg.
I've got a bark bar for you.
A what?
A bark bar. Remember? Bought you one on our last walk over to the east side? You loved it.
It's in the shape of a cat.
I thought you'd be amused by that.
Amused? Amused by those fuckers? Not bad. But not good enough. Tell me about this family you're shipping me off to.
They're great, Sylvia. I advertised in the Westchester newspapers. I interviewed a number of applicants.
Thanks for letting me in on it.
They'll be living in the suburbs, Sylvia.
I hate the suburbs.
What? All that green grass? Well, his family has half an acre all fenced in.
That Akita in the park used to live in the suburbs. He said you're totally alone out there. There's no sense of being part of a pack. And if you try to meet someone by talking or taking a walk, there's a good chance you'll get run over.
You won't want to take walks, Sylvia. You'll want to stay close to home.
Why?
Because you'll like this family very much.
Why?
Well, for one thing, they have children.
How many?
3,
Any babies?
1.
I hate babies.
You don't, Sylvia. You're always licking their faces.
Their mouths taste so good. But they're always stepping on your tail.
Well, there are also 2 teenagers, Sylvia. They're eager to have you. They want to teach you to play frisbee. They want to take you to little league games. They'll be much better for you than I could possibly be.
I hate teenagers.
No, you don't.
I do. I hate them. They're totally unreliable. They forget to feed you. They play music which hurts your ears. 1 minute they're showering you with love. Then they leave you locked in a car for hours on end. Oh, Greg, don't do this to me. Please. Don't send me away. Keep me here with you. Please.
I can't.
I'll change, Greg. I'll change my ways. I'll stop chewing shoes. I'll bring cake to the New York Times every morning. Well, I won't do that. That's too corny. But I'll do something else. Just tell me what to do. I'll do it.
I promised Kate to give you away, Sylvia. I made that promise to my wife.
When?
Today.
Today?
Driving you out right now.
Can I even say goodbye to Bowser?
You just saw him in the park.
Jesus, you're something, Greg. You really are. You bring me home. You get me all dependent on you. You spay me.
Sylvia.
You had me spayed, Greg. You destroyed my womanhood. And then when I get over it, when I still decide that the sun rises and sets in your direction, then suddenly you're packing me off to some boring nuclear family in Westchester County, Greg. Christ, Greg, don't you feel guilty about this?
I do, Sylvia. I feel terrible.
I mean, shit. You have a moral obligation here. What would the Humane Society say about this? How would they react at the ASPCA?
They'd say I'm doing the right thing.
Bullshit. That's just bullshit, Greg.
They'd say that a week out there with your new family and you'll forget all about me.
Never.
Sure you will. If I came out to visit you, you might run up for a pat and a snip, but that would be that.
You're so wrong, Greg. You're so goddamn wrong. Read the Odyssey sometimes. That guy was gone for 20 years, and when he finally got home, the first person to recognize him, before his nurse, before his son, before his own wife, goddammit, was his dog. That dog was lying outside the palace for all those years waiting for him, Greg. Lying on a dung heap, just waiting for his master. And when his master finally showed up, what did that dog do? He raised his head, wagged his tail, and died.
Oh, don't, Sylvia.
I'll never forget you, Greg. Ever.
Stop, Sylvia. Please. I can't stand this.
Well, let's get it over with. I'll have to depend on the kindness of strangers. Take me to the suburbs. I hope I can at least sit next to you on the front seat. After all, Her Majesty won't be there to object.
Hello?
Or will she?
What's she doing home?
Christ, I feel like I'm sneaking off and hiding under some bed.
I thought you had a meeting.
It broke up early.
We're just getting ready to go.
Where's Saliva?
Sylvia, Kate.
Where is she?
At the moment, I imagine she's trying to stay out of your hair.
Greg,
What?
I know this is hard for you.
Damn right.
I want you to know I appreciate it.
Thanks.
We'll have a good time in England, Greg. It will be a whole new thing.
I can't talk about it, Kate. It's too painful.
Did you plan to take all her stuff?
They're in a bag in the front hall.
Her bed? Her brush? Her kibble dish?
All there.
Well, what about her little red ball?
I can't find it.
Well, she liked that little red ball.
At least you noticed.
It's a shame to send her off without it.
She'll survive.
Actually, my meeting is still going on, Greg. I ducked out early.
Oh, yeah?
I thought I should come home and say goodbye.
To Saliva.
To Sylvia.
Why?
Well, I wanted to.
Magnanimous is victory.
Greg.
Huh? Oh. Have your farewell scene. Sylvia! Come! I don't think she wants to. Sylvia!
You called, Massa?
Kate wants to say goodbye to you.
Oh, sure. And I'm Marie of Romania.
Come here, Sylvia.
Who's she kidding?
Sylvia, come.
Go on, Sylvia. She's human. Just say goodbye.
Sylvia, I know it's been tough sliding down between you and me, but I do want to say goodbye.
What is this? Some sudden sisterhood thing?
Easy now.
I wish it could have been otherwise, Sylvia.
So do I. And now can I go?
We'll be off then, Kate.
Goodbye, Sylvia.
Yeah.
Greg, you should at least stop at the pet store and get her another little red.
I hear you've been looking for this.
My all's well that ends well.
Whatever.
And it's in reasonably good shape, Sylvia. There's just one little chew mark here on the corner.
She found it in the hall closet and insisted on bringing it right in.
You found it, Greg, and sent her in with it.
Suit yourself, Kate. I'll call the garage.
I'll be right with you.
Okay.
I've been thinking about what you said.
What I said?
I wish it could have been otherwise. I've been thinking about that. Know what otherwise is, Kate? Otherwise is that man who ran off with his grandchildren's au pair. Or that guy who took a shot at his wife while she was doing her step aerobics. Otherwise is those sad couples sitting in restaurants night after night, eyeing each other with absolutely nothing to say. That's otherwise, Kate.
Is it, Sylvia?
Yes. And I'll tell you what this wise is. This wise is the fact that he can never be happy with me unless you like it too. Which is why he isn't always foisting me on you. Which is called sharing, Kate. Which is what some people sometimes call love. That's this wise, Kate.
Okay, Sylvia, let's go.
Of course, what do I do now? I'm only a dog.
Oh, hell. As Shakespeare once said, what the fuck?
We never got to the suburbs. I called and said we changed our minds. The folks understood, of course, being dog lovers like ourselves.
And I changed my mind about England. Oh, I went for a few weeks. But for the most part, I stayed here while Greg looked for another job.
And Sylvia stayed. She stayed with us for the next 11 years until everything went wrong with her and we had to put her down. I held her when the vet gave her the shot. She looked at me, gave a little sigh, lay down quietly, and died. Kate was waiting for me when I got home and we both cried.
That's not true. I did not cry.
You did. You just won't admit it.
Sylvia and I never really liked each other, even later on.
You got along famously.
We tolerated each other, if that.
Once I came home from my new job with Wildlife Conservation International and found Kate and Sylvia side by side on the couch.
Oh, that is an absolute lie.
Kate was reading The Hidden Life of Dogs, and Sylvia had her head in Kate's lap.
That is a total male fantasy.
I'll also tell you something else. Over the years, a strange thing happened. Sylvia and I didn't talk so much.
Now, that is true.
Oh, we talked, but less and less. It was as if we learned to understand each other without talking, or maybe we learned that we could never understand each other.
Or maybe it was because you and I talked more.
Whatever. Sylvia's look changed too.
They did. She began to look, well, different. Show them the picture.
I'll show you Sylvia's picture. There. That's Sylvia.
I took that picture the year before she died.
Note who took it.
I'm afraid she looks a little the worse for wear.
She does not, Kate. She still looks absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, Sylvia.
The end.